It's v.h.s.x. What do you mean?
Alright everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I wanted to give you guys one of the funniest forum posts I've actually seen on the DBD website in quite a while. This one's called why I'm hanging up my medkit reflections after 2500 hours. Okay, no, Joe. We gotta read it, alright. Alright, let's read this shit. Let's read it. Hold on. Okay, let's try to be serious, okay? They said, I wanted to share my final thoughts as I decide to step away from Dead by Daylight. This game has brought me incredible friendships, but the current environment has become way too toxic to enjoy. Which, hey, right off the bat, completely agree. You know what? You got that, the big dog. You got that. Here it is. The shift toward a heavy aura reading meta, combined with the lack of effective moderation against tunneling and slugging, has made the survivor role feel like a chore rather than a game. It's disheartening to see veteran players be demolished by new players simply because of unfair perk interactions or ping exploits. Yo, I got a tear in my eye already, really. This is just hilarious. Holy shit. Bro, oh my god. Holy moly, because I've always seen this person like as we've been doing these videos, I swear, like I've been seeing so many of his of this guy's posts, and they're always like this most brain rotted, like biased, one-sided takes that have no basis in reality. Here it is. I hope for the sake of the remaining players that behavior starts listening to the broader player base instead of focusing solely on high-level streamers / comp players. Like, if that were true, this game would be so different. Like, I swear. And, you know, I want to laugh, but like, it's been disproven. It's been disproven. They don't care about streamer. They don't care about, you know, comp players. They just care about the casual Timmies that load up Survivor. Like, they're not concerned with veterans. Like, they're just not. That's why they're trying to add stuff like, as from this one clown himself, tunneling and slugging. So they're worried about this clown leaving the game. They don't care about the vets. They don't care about the people who play the game consistently. They don't care. For like the people with 10k hours, they don't care about those people. They're concerned about this guy. They're concerned about the crybabies against tunneling and slugging nonsense. That's what they're concerned with, and that has been proven. Like, we see that from the changes they put in the PTB. We see that from the nerfs they constantly keep pulling every chapter. We see that with literally every possible change we've been getting, which has constantly been favoring the survivor side, which in general is the more casual of the two sides. We've seen this before. We even had the dev that, claimed that they worked at behavior, who literally admitted, or at least told everybody at this point, that they favor survivor because it's more financially, beneficial to do so. So I don't think that's really focusing solely on high-level streamers when the vast majority are casuals playing survivor. So, like, what are we talking about? So that my survivor era is over is so freaking cringe. Here we go. We got more. Says Drew, game is as boring as it's ever been on the survivor side regardless. Like, my question is, when has it ever been fun? But that's besides the point. For 5 years, all they have done is take, nerf, remove, and stomp on the survivor role. With what evidence, by the way? It's funny because we see this get pouted out, like, you know, this just shat out of their mouths constantly, right? But the thing is, they don't ever bring up an example. Like, there's no example. There's no, hey, look, this patch happened and then this happened. Or, hey, look, this update caused this to happen. Or, hey, this thing happened. Nope, nothing. They just go, oh, it's been stopping me. And it's like, okay, but yet on Killer, I can pull up, boom, here's this change that happened. We had totems, got nerfed in a week. Hey, look at this one. Bam, they nerfed this killer. Hey, let's look at these killers. They haven't been updated in over like 5 years. Hey, let's look at this thing. Oh, Night's still bugged? That's weird. Hey, look, they're nerfing Dracula's add-ons to 5% for almost all of his add-ons for some reason. That's weird. Hey, why don't we look at, oh, that's weird. Ghostface hasn't gotten buffed or reworked at all, but Freddy and Myers has. That's a little strange. Huh, that's a little weird. Okay, what else? Like, we can just keep going and going and going, and then we have evidence according to patch notes and things like that, but somehow Survivor is somehow taking nerfs. I don't know how that's possible. Then they want to go, they won't be happy till we all quit playing, I guess. What? What's even funnier is that the killer queue time is instantaneous for a lot of people that I've, like, from what they've shared. But then when people say they play Survivor, it takes numerous minutes to complete, like, to even find a game. So what is the explanation for that? If it's supposedly, oh my god, they're doing stop Survivor. Like, what are we talking about? Most of my friends won't even touch the game anymore. I mean, yeah, that's good for them. They should play other stuff. Stop playing this trash game. It's clear to have a fighting chance against an evenly remotely competent killer. Not only do you need a PhD in the game, but so does the rest of your team. That is a complete lie. We've seen that in my streams, dude. There are survivors that will just shift W pre-drop and you'll lose 2 to 3 gens. Just because. I've said it many times, like, you don't necessarily need to be at the skill level of a good player on Survivor for a good majority of players, because they can just shift W pre-drop and still get the same results as a good player. So that to me is a problem, right? Because why is it that we are getting good players on Survivor that are respected? We go, yo, that's a good freaking Survivor. And yet the same result is achieved by shift W, pre-drop, camp pallet, run off, don't do anything, don't loop, don't use your brain, just shift W to yellow square. That should be a red flag. That should be a problem. It should be like, huh? Like, that's really strange. Why are they performing at the same level? That doesn't make any sense. Like, the result is the same despite how much effort's put in. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So they say there's a nerve-wracking issue where many players are giving up mid-game. It feels like they still want to play, but the experience has become so miserable that instead of stepping away, they keep pushing through and hoping the next match will be better in a stale meta. Now, to touch on stale meta for a moment, why do you think it is a stale meta? Is it because the gen speed is crazy? Is it because that they keep on buffing the gen speeds with more perks every chapter lately? That's a little weird. Huh, okay. Is it the fact that a lot of the killer players are leaving, so the people that do stay are usually probably trying to win their games and they play usually Blight or a strong killer because they want to have a fighting chance? Strange. Huh, that's a little weird. Okay, what else? I mean, come on now. Is it because of the fact that your meta does, like, on Survivor never shifts because they never adjust anything on there? If anything, they add bonuses to it. Like, they sit there and add ghost notes on top of your vigil change that was not even months ago. Like, come on now. As if the exhaustion meta wasn't already stale and annoying as it is. They just added even more anti-interaction. Like, what are we talking about? Let's see. So this person says, I've always struggled with this in DBD. Sometimes it's the best game I've ever played. Sometimes it's the absolute worst. One of the issues, and I think it's getting bigger, is people conclude too quickly that the game is in the worst territory and just try to get out as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, when people get into that mindset, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, which, like, yeah, you know, I blame the devs and I blame the community as a whole, because they caused this problem to occur. And then of course we got the we got this guy. He got banned. He got banned. You know what I'm talking about. He got banned. Yo, he got banned. I want to read it out of curiosity. It says pig games can be super lame since her buff. I guess. I guess. I mean, I guess, like, she's exactly the same, but a smidgen better. Like, she wasn't even that wasn't even that much of a change. She's pretty much the same. Not even defending the instance specifically in the odds clip, but often pig players just run broken Penti Thrill Hex. Huh? Bro just self-reported, by the way, because no high-level pig player is running Penti Thrill, by the way, number one. Two, who is running a hex build in 2020? Was it? Well, now it's like 2026 technically. But yeah, like who's running a Penti Thrill build? Like it's like totems are dog doodoo. Like who's running that? So that's double self-report. Number three, it's a low tier killer. So I mean, it's just a skill issue at that point. A solo queue team that has no means of coordinating efficiently. So everyone loves bringing up solo queue, but it means nothing. In this conversation, it is extremely boring to play against, just like everything else in the game is. I mean, it's not. This is nothing new. You know, so there's a ton of stuff on Survivor that's super fucking boring. Exhaustion perks especially, very like the ones that are meta are very anti-interaction. Like everything is just, I press my button when I sprint, I fly off. It's like, okay, cool, like whatever. I didn't even get to do anything interesting with that. I'm just like, all right, cool, see you later. Once they inevitably down and trap a couple weak links on the team, you can't finish the gens. I mean, that's just how it works. You finish a couple gens, killer doesn't get any hooks because of that, and then you win. Whoop-de-doo, same thing. If you try to get rid of totems, you just get down. So basically, your skill issue, because if you're saying that you're trying to get rid of totems, you're getting down, that means you're doing the totem in the middle of the open or some shit. Because how is it that you're getting down on a totem unless like you're not paying attention? Like it's a fucking pig player, like especially on a big ass map. Like you're not, like if they're not in chase, just assume they're probably walking around somewhere trying to look for you. Like hello, we dumb? Like so you end up either playing for hatch or you're getting the one that's trapped. You just run around to the boxes until you run out of time. So once again, skill issue, right? Because you have a full 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, to take the trap off. If you can't do that, then I don't know what to tell you. Talk about some low tier really doesn't make a difference in solo queue. Like they love crying about solo queue, and it's like, bro, like it's not. That's really not even a big issue, dog. Competent killers can make the so-called low tier killers perform well. That I can agree with. So saying that the killer is weak or low tier does not mean you suddenly have fun against it. Don't really understand why odds goes down that route. You should know better. Once again, more Survivor entitlement. We can pretty much stop reading after that. This person, this is what I'm talking about. This is how you know it's low MMR, because why are we seeing Hex build with Thrill and Face the Darkness, huh? Like this isn't even meta. It's a totem. Like keep in mind that you go, like the second you're passing the brand new fresh install levels, people just break totems instantaneously. You can even use like a game and chaos shuffle as an example, which I would assume the MR is a little bit more generous or loose or whatever you want to call it. I had totems on multiple like chaos shuffle like given builds. They are constantly destroyed. Like they don't give me any value. They get destroyed instantly, no matter what map you're on. So I have to say, like, that sounds like a bit of a skill issue. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, you don't even have to continue reading after that. It's a bit of a skill issue. So I don't know. I'm just saying. So this person said, I think customs always has been more fun and always will be. The game has become very competitive, which is fine when you're looking for it, but you can't hold a candle to an impromptu sandbag competition against a friend in a low stakes match. If we ever get a 2v8 customs, we're planning some 4v4 project president bots matches with 1 killer and 3 survivors on each team. So I'm like, hey, like that's what I've stated in a different video. I was like, yo, if you want to play it casually, try to find people that are also like-minded and try to set up those kinds of games. Be like, yo, let's run customs, let's just do fun stuff, and just do that. Like you can make the game fun for yourself and make memories with other people that could like become, who knows, like lifelong friends. Could be, who knows, right? You know what I mean? You never know. You won't know till you try. And then this person, which is yeah, man. They say it's funny because I didn't even use distortion but since the distortion nerfs, DBD's gone to shite. Once again, skill issue. I gotta keep saying it, skill issue. The fact of the matter is, distortion, I like the fact that they changed it, because distortion was like a rat's paradise. Like, you would have multiple games in a row where you just have people ratting it up using distortion, and it'd be super boring and uninteractive. Now it's like, now it's a perk that rewards you for chase. You're like, hey, if I survive in chase, if I need to get my bearings, heal, do whatever I gotta do, and he's got aura, I won't even be spotted next time. It's a great thing. Or what if the dude's got like chase in an aura in chase, right? And say you have stacks of distortion already, you get into chase, you won't even get revealed. You might even be able to gain more distance. You know what I mean? So it's like, overall, I think it's a great designed like perk, especially alongside with Smash It. Those are interesting. Those are interactive. They actually require you to interact with the killer in some way. But unfortunately, because it requires interaction, it's not meta. And that's what we notice within like the Survivor meta. Anything that is passive, does not interact with the killer, like, and is always has no cooldown, is always meta. Always. You see that with Deja Vu, you see that with Hyper Focus, you hear that, you see that in Stakeout, Sprint Burst, Live, Vigil, Ghost Notes, Dramaturgy, like all of these things, everything that's meta, windows of opportunity. What is that? All of that has no cooldowns really. You constantly have the passive, you don't have to interact with the killer in any way, shape, or form, and you're getting your bonus no matter what. In contrast to killer that within the killer meta, right? You have to get it down to get the hook. You have to get it down to get the hook, and then you have to get it down to get the hook, right? And I said it 3 times because that's 3 different perks that are supposedly meta. And I don't even have to say which ones, because you probably know in your head which one I'm talking about. There's 3 of them, and you know which ones I'm referring to. All of those 3 slowdowns just off that require to get it down in the first place, which can be harder for other killers besides Blight and Nurse and whatever. Like, I'm just saying. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So they say, pretty much saying to me, DC, give up, go next, AFK, not bothering to even try and run from the killer. It's possible that they're already getting their 2 free DCs. They moved on to go AFK next to get another 2 free DCs. Which, yeah, I mean, I don't understand why people like rage queue in this game. Like, just play something else. Like, I don't understand why that's such a foreign concept. If you're not enjoying the experience and you're not obligated in any way, shape, or form to play the goddamn game, especially like I've said in previous videos, these are random people. Like, they're not obligated in any way to actually just play it. They're literally taking it, that like their free time to play something that they don't even enjoy for literally no reason. Like, no one's watching, nobody's like looking at them or cares about what they're doing, but they happen to just waste their life away playing shit that they don't care about, like it, or rather don't like. And it's like, what are we doing? So let's see. So they say cool, but still technically different. People say they say they see endless DCs. I do not. I see game ends. The game ends are the whole reason I see the DC penalties are stupid. People always find a way to leave if that's what they want. I would much it'd be much better to make the game less enjoyable for what's clearly a huge amount of players than to push more and more penalties. But people seem to want this in this community is to compound misery, which, yeah, I mean, that's just a community for you. Like, of course they want that. Of course they want that. And this person right here, they say, I occasionally got friend requests from randoms I played with, but that's when I first started playing. Like a David, I prevented a ton of loud on and largely stopped as I got deeper into the game and the assault level rose. I now play in a non-mode because of how unhinged certain people are in this game, sometimes over incredibly minor things. Otherwise, it's friends that got me into the game that largely no longer play outside of customs because of how competitive the game has gotten. The final straw being an event queue where every match in the killer went for a hard tunnel out, and yes, I do mean hard tunnel, and I really do mean every match, which is just negativity bias, unfortunately. So we had to take that with a grain of salt, but everything else is checking out. Obviously we got unlucky to some extent. We're not sweating even when those friends are playing. I still largely solo queue. Which, yeah, I mean, you're gonna have a bad experience. Like, I usually blame teammates more often than not because that's usually what allows for a lot of these things to happen. But yeah, so far, at least, like from everything else I'm seeing here, it just seems like they're kind of devolving into a lot of different aspects here. It just kind of turned into like this sort of this echo chamber of crying, it seems like, in this entire thing here. Okay. Yeah, they're just kind of yapping, so. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here because I just think they're just kind of going off on on a whole other bunch of like paths and stuff that I really don't care enough to really talk about. So I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, sort of hand it over to you guys. What do you guys think of the topic at hand? Do you agree or disagree with any of the takes in the video? And consider hitting the like button, hit the sub. See you guys in the next one. If you really want to support, go ahead and become a member on YouTube, Patreon, or even subbing on Twitch to have your name at the end of every video. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, let's go ahead and read off our members from Patreon: Pro King 101, YouTube members: Cargan Falcon, Evil Blade, Cap Courteous, WTF You're Not J-Lo, Evil Peach, Cozy Bozy, Theo Endire, Dole Whip, Noxus, Zero Mocker, Jack, Christian, and Crow Vader. And for the Twitch, we have Final Girl Bunny, Leona Art, Zazabu, Evil Blade, Danica, Crow Vader, Cake is a Road, Zeneron, Ginsburg, Mr. Morik, Kevin, Zero Mocker, Ashai Boo, and Gryffindor. Appreciate you guys supporting. Really means a lot. If you want to become a member, you can go ahead and join through Patreon or YouTube members, or even sub on Twitch. See you guys in the next one.